Kids Church. Welcome to Kids Church.
I'm Astronaut Asher.
And I'm Dinosaur Noah.
Who's excited to be here?
Yeah.
Welcome back, Hero Factory, to another Asher versus Noah. That's right, last week, if you didn't join us, we have started a brand new set of games called Asher versus Noah. So last week our game was Scoop 'em Up, and this week our game is Shoot 'em Down. That's right, no them, just shoot 'em down. That's right, we have got Asher versus Noah again. They have to, using Nerf guns, shoot down a tower of paper cups. We are currently on 1 point to Asher and 0 points to Noah. So it's now time to place your guesses on who you think is going to win. Is it going to be Asher? Or is it going to be Noah? You've got 5 seconds to make your decision. Asher or Noah, 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 Asher or Noah. Boom! Okay, you can't change your mind now. They are locked in. Okay, let's go.
Up first, we have Asher. And now, Noah.
And the winner is Noah! Amazing! So Noah won that game, which means we are currently on 1 point to Asher and 1 point to Noah. So make sure you come back here next week to find out who is the winner of Asher versus Noah. Hello Hero Factory, so welcome to a new part of our Kids Church this week, and that is our memory verse challenge. That's right, for the next 3 weeks we want to be teaching you a memory verse. So what's going to happen is we're going to tell you the memory verse, we're going to give you some actions, and each week we're going to come back with a different way of teaching you the memory verse. If you can learn it and record yourself and send it in, you could be in with a chance of winning a prize. So our memory verse for the next 3 weeks is from Psalm 28 verse 7, and it says this: "The Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusts in him and he helps me. My heart leaps for joy, and with my song I praise him." So we're going to teach you some actions. So are you ready? Get yourself warmed up, wiggle around, do a little shake. Make sure you're ready. So it starts off by going, "The Lord is my strength." Let me see your muscles. "And my shield." So the Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trust in him and he helps me. My heart leaps for joy, and with my song, I praise him. Can you do that? So the Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusts in him and he helps me. My heart leaps for joy, and with my song, I praise him.
Would you rather?
Asher,
Yeah?
I've got a question for you.
What is it?
Would you rather whisper all the time or shout all the time?
I think I'd rather have a loud voice. What about you? Okay, I'm going to the toilet, Noah. I'll see you later.
Bye!
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 Would you rather?
Hello children, it's me, Granny Edith. Oh, it's so good to be back with you today. I heard that I fell asleep last week, so I'm very sorry about that. But I've been told that I'm not allowed to sleep again, so I promise that this week I will not fall asleep. So children, are you ready? Because it is story time. Oh, I love a good story. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, I got some biscuits. Oh, and I got my book ready for a story. Okay, are you ready, Harry? Are you sitting comfortably, children? Are you sitting comfortably? Amazing. Okay, so let's have a little recap. So last week, there was Manoah, not Noah, Manoah. Manoah and his wife were going to have a baby, but they were given lots of rules. They weren't allowed to eat unclean food, and they were not allowed to cut off his hair. Now Samson, their little baby boy, grew up and he became big and he became strong and he had very, very long hair. Okay, let's find out what happened next. One day, Samson was out walking through a grape orchard. Oh, I love grapes. He thought he heard something. Now he listened very carefully when all of a sudden he heard a large roar. Suddenly, a lion jumped out of the vines. Oh my goodness, how scary, a lion. But Samson was very strong. Oh, sorry, just there. Oh, sorry, it's really rude, isn't it? Oh. Suddenly, a lion jumped out of nowhere and scared him and went roar. Sorry. Sorry, I'm just really tired. Tell you what, let's just have a little nap, shall we? Okay. Shh, don't tell anyone. Okay.
One time Samson was walking along in the desert and out of nowhere a giant, ferocious lion attacked him.
Yikes, that's probably the end of the story, huh? Bye-bye, Samson.
Nope, Samson grabbed a hold of the lion and tore it to pieces.
Whoa, that is crazy. Give me another one.
Alright, Samson was trapped in a city by some Philistine soldiers. They locked the huge metal gate and were going to ambush him. But that was no problem for Samson. He just ripped the gates off the city walls and carried them away.
Dude, now that's an exit. Bye, Felicia. Hit me again.
Okay, one more. Another time, Samson was surrounded by 1,000 Philistine soldiers. They all had swords and shields and spears, and all he had was a jawbone from a donkey he found on the ground.
Yowza. Looks like that's all she wrote. We'll miss you, big guy.
Not so fast. The Philistines charged, but Samson fought back and totally wiped him out.
What? He killed 1,000 soldiers with a donkey's jawbone?
Yep.
Man, he really does have some crazy, mega awesome super strength. He could probably do whatever he wanted. Throw a baseball around the earth, arm wrestle a bunch of bears, bench press the pyramids.
But remember, he would only have that power if he followed those rules.
Ah, that's right. No Snippy, no Piggy. So what happens next? Does he, save the day and rescue the people of Israel?
Not exactly. For years, Samson followed the instructions that God gave him and was a great, strong leader. But after a while, he got a little careless with who he was spending his time with. He met a woman named Delilah, but he shouldn't have been hanging out with her.
Why not? Was she smelly? Close talker?
No, Delilah was actually a Philistine.
Yeesh, aren't they like the enemy of the people of Israel? What gives, Sammy?
Samson spent a lot of time with Delilah and eventually fell in love with her.
Ah, what are you doing, Samson? Come on, man.
Samson was getting closer to Delilah and turning further away from God. He even started breaking some of the rules God had given him. But the last one he still kept was his hair.
Okay, good. Still have the super strength.
Yeah, for now. The Philistines came up with the plan to capture Samson, but first they'd have to find out his secret. They made a deal with Delilah to find out what made Samson so strong, and she agreed to help them.
What? I knew she was no good. That girl is poison.
No kidding. Night after night, Delilah begged Samson to tell her the secret to his super strength. And he held out for a while, but eventually she wore him down and he told her his secret. That if his hair was cut, his strength would disappear.
No, Samson, how could you?
Late that night when he was sleeping, Delilah quietly cut off all Samson's hair. Philistine soldiers rushed in the room and Samson sprang to his feet, expecting to fight them off like he had many times before. But this time was different.
Oh, something's different, all right. Run for it, Goldberg!
He tried to run and fight, but his strength was gone. The Philistine soldiers laughed as they tied him up, carried him away, and kept him as a prisoner for the rest of his life.
Really sorry, children. Please don't tell. Oh no, I've messed up my hair now. Please don't tell anybody, children. Please don't tell anyone, especially Colleen. Please don't tell her that I fell asleep. Okay, let's get back to the story. Ready? So Delilah tricked him. She was more bothered about the money and what she could buy and that she didn't actually care about Samson. Oh, boo, Delilah. Anyway, Samson, he liked her. He really, really liked her. And she wasn't very nice. And he got distracted by her. Anyway, children, hopefully you know the story. Sorry, I fell asleep again. Anyway, I'm gonna go and get myself a biscuit and a cup of tea. Bye. Good to have you back with us today, and it's so good to be sat here on our Hero Factory sofa with my monkeys and my donuts and all my cushions and talking to you and carry on the story of Samson. So let's just have a little recap. So last week, oh sorry, that's my phone. I'll it stopped. So last week we were talking about Samson. Oh, something in my eye. Sorry. So last week we were talking about Samson and how his parents could not have children, and then an angel of the Lord came and spoke to him and said, you're going to have some children, and you're going to be able to call it, oh, what should I have for tea tonight? Oh, that reminds me, Samson wasn't allowed to have bacon. He wasn't allowed to eat unclean food, and he wasn't allowed to cut his hair. I'm desperate for a haircut. Oh, I wonder if I should have some bacon sandwiches for tea tonight. Anyway, Samson didn't cut his hair and it grew really, really, really long, and we talked about how we need to obey right away and how sometimes it's really hard to obey. Oh, I think this is Granny's book. Granny Edith must have left this book. Oh, I'll make sure she's got it because I know how much she loves to tell you guys stories. Oh, what? Oh, and Asher and Noah's trophy. Who's excited to find out who's going to win next week? Because apparently it's 1-1. Asher versus Noah. Oh, sorry, what were we talking about? Anyway, he grew his hair really long. He obeyed God. They stuck to God's rules. And, yeah. Spoon. Anybody balance the spoon on their nose? Oh. No. Oh. I love pizza. Anybody else love? Sorry, I need to stick with the big answer. Anyway, we're going to carry on with the next part of the story. So hopefully Granny Edith should have told you all about Delilah. Now, Delilah completely tricked Samson, and Samson fell in love with her and got completely distracted. Now, I need you to know, Hero Factory, I never, ever get distracted. I love that noise. Oh, sorry. I never ever get distracted, and I always am focused and remember what I'm doing when I need to do it. I don't let anybody distract me. If I'm trying to do some work, I get my work done. This is a funny. Oh, sorry. I never get distracted. I stick with my plan. I never let my brothers and sisters distract me. If my mum tells me to do something, if I'm going into a shop to buy one thing, I won't buy 1,027 things because I never get distracted. Hero Factory. I love Hero Factory. Sorry. Anyway, back to the big answer. We're talking about Samson and how he got distracted by Delilah and how she tricked him. Anyway, I think I've got a Bible verse. Let me find it. Sorry. Sorry, I just got a message off a friend. Let me just check it. It's funny. It's got a joke in it. Okay, are you ready? Let me see what else we can find. Okay, so sorry, I just keep getting distracted. What was I doing? Bible verse, that's right. Let me find the Bible verse for today. Okay, so today's Bible verse, children, are you ready? Is this. Okay, so today's Bible verse is from Hebrews 12, verse 1, and it says this. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witness, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. Let us throw off anything that hinders. Now, I know that hinder is something that can stop us doing what we need to do. It can stop us on our journey. It can stop us in, going somewhere. It can stop us in our relationship with God. Hinder is something that stops us. So it's something that distracts us. Now, I, Hero Factory, never get distracted. Oh, I always get distracted, don't I? Oh, I've been distracted this whole big answer. I keep getting just distracted by, a bird. See, I did it again. A bird outside and I got distracted. Oh, so yeah, I get distracted a lot. Do you get distracted? I mean, we can get distracted by so many different things. We can be distracted by our brothers and sisters. We can be distracted when we're at school by our friends. We can be distracted on our journey with God. Maybe we know we need to spend time with God and read our Bible, but then we don't want to read our Bible. Maybe, we should be doing something our mums and dads are telling us to do, but we decide to play on our Game Boy or Xbox instead. We can all in our life find ourselves in a place where we can get distracted. Now today, hopefully Granny Edith told you the story of Samson and he got majorly distracted. He knew what he needed to do. He knew that God had told him of all of these rules that he needed to stick to, and he obeyed them. But then along came Delilah, who distracted him, and he stopped following the rules. And he told Delilah what had happened. And because, sorry, I got distracted again. Oh, this is so hard. It's so hard to get distracted. Anyway, Samson got distracted. He was distracted by Delilah. And Delilah went and told the Philistines what made Samson so strong. And because of that, he went on and he lost all of his strength from being distracted. Hero Factory, in our lives, there are going to be things and there are going to be times when we get distracted. There's going to be people or situations or our toys or our iPad or our games or other books and other music, and everything is going to distract. See, now I'm distracted again. Look, Peppa Pig's playing on my computer and it's distracted me. See, I told you, Hero Factory, let me get rid of Peppa Pig. There are so many times in our lives when things are going to distract us. You see, I'm sat here talking to you and I'm being distracted by Peppa Pig. You see, Samson was told to stick to certain rules and make sure he did exactly what God told him to do, but he didn't. He got distracted. In our lives, we are going to get distracted all the time, but we need to make sure that we remove from our lives the things that are going to hinder us and stop us so that we can run in our relationship with God. You see, when it comes to our relationship with God, there's going to be things that are going to try and stop us. So we need to make sure that we throw off those things and that we don't get distracted so that we can have that incredible relationship with God. So today's big answer is, I will not be distracted. And I know that I need to learn that too. I will not be distracted.
That's it for Kids Jets this week. Make sure you're back here next week. Actually, will you be here next week?
Yeah. Oh well. Will you?
Will you be here?
Guys?